Hello, nature friends. I've got about 10 minutes here while my kid's at his lessons. Right at the edge of town here, there's this little trail through a bit of open field, and I thought we could explore, see what we can see. I'm starting right here because this is cool. Just as I got to the trail, I saw this. There's this collection of feathers here that obviously something was captured and predated. I'm not even sure what this is. Based on the size and the striping, it's got to be either a turkey or a ruffed grouse, would be my guess. I will have a look at home when I return home. But an interesting thing here that I thought was really cool was on these feathers, quite a few of them still have these waxy sheaths here, and these protect the feathers while it's growing. So this bird, because so many of the feathers were still in these sheaths, was obviously in the middle of molting out and growing its adult feathers, which is kind of what makes me think that it may be a young turkey growing its adult feathers. There's a whole bunch more over here too. Really interesting find at the edge of the field here. Yeah, I heard some migrants passing through. I can hear them now. You probably can't hear them. There's a lot of heavy machinery working in the nearby yard here. If you can hear them. There's a white-throated sparrow calling, and they make just sort of a high-pitched sound, only with a bit more sound to it than that. Got a few goldenrod still blooming, kind of. Can you call that blooming? I don't know. And on this one, see me peering through the weeds here. There's a gull. This is the goldenrod gull fly. I always get the fly and the moth mixed up. They lay their eggs in the stems of the goldenrod, and then it develops this gall around it. The plant does, and the fly larva develops inside. Lots of other stuff here though. This is New England aster. It's gone to seed here. This is flat top goldenrod, also gone to seed. We've got lots of Queen Anne's lace, obviously. There's a whole bunch of stuff in here. Some purple loosestrife. This is a different species of goldenrod that's gone to seed. All goldenrod. Oh, can you hear? There's lots of machinery. This is the trouble with being near town, that there's lots of noise, but you can still hear stuff. You can hear the white-throated sparrow in here. Red juniper. Yeah, I think it's red juniper. I will put that on screen after I've looked it up. But juniper gets these little tiny berries. I believe they're edible. I need to look that up too. I associate that species with being on shield, like more granite type bedrock, granite soil. Some of the sugar maple here is starting to turn color. It's not pretty. These ones up here, look at that. These ones are much more colorful than I've seen elsewhere in many spots. A lot of maroons in the surrounding area here. This field is all goldenrod. I bet this would have been beautiful in like a month ago when it was all blooming and full of pollinators. Kind of quiet down here. Got some milkweed. These fluffy seeds. I get red squirrels that'll come along and collect these seeds and take them back to their nests. If you find a red squirrel nest, often in the fall they'll be stuffed with these little seeds. Oh, there you can really hear the white-throated sparrow now. This is really pretty. All this orangey yellow stuff here is prickly ash, which is an introduced species around here, but it's become quite naturalized. You find it everywhere. And aside from giant swallowtails, I don't actually know if anything uses it or eats it. It's very prickly though, so it's not browsed on by a lot. Look at this guy. One lone goldenrod still blooming here, and it's got this little bumblebee on him. Just hanging out there. Heading to bed for the night, I guess. Bumblebees will often spend the night just resting on flowers. So you'll often see them hanging out in goldenrod or in the asters, and they'll just be sitting there sleeping. It's been kind of cool the last couple of nights. It was down to 3 degrees Celsius last night. Brrr. So probably taking their time to get settled. Here's another one setting in for the night. Not another bumblebee, but another insect. This one is a northern paper wasp. Most of which at this time of year are going to start to be the females, the young females, the queens, as they start heading out to find new places to set up shop next year. Look at these down here, these little red ones. Look how red this one is. Isn't that amazing? This is Virginia creeper, and you'll often see this as vines climbing up trees or climbing up the sides of houses quite often. It gets this brilliant, vibrant red. It's really beautiful. More pretty trees in here. Isn't that lovely? Just heard a yellow-rumped warbler call. They would just be moving through about now. In fact, they have been moving through about now. Here's another. Look at these guys. There's 3 of them on there. You see them? 1, 2, 3. Hanging out there to sleep. Isn't that cool? Oh, here's a cool. Look at these guys. Is that going to focus? Please focus. I don't know if you can focus. Those yellow things in here are ambush bugs, and they sit on often yellow flowers like this, and wait for other bugs to come around, and then they'll catch them using their camouflage as their ambush strategy. And I lost my train of thought there. That's kind of embarrassing. Oh, anyway, they'll sit and they'll ambush bugs that come along, and that's how they hunt for prey. Got grapevine growing all through here. This is wild grapes. Probably wild grapes. There's a look-alike species called moonseed. Is that right? I think that's right. That's actually slightly toxic, and if you collect and eat the moonseed berries, which look an awful lot like grapes, they can make you feel quite sick for a couple of days. Happened to my sister. She made jam with them, not realizing. So we've learned our lesson. Look at all this goldenrod. This must be tall goldenrod. This is like, looks like it's maybe some of it's 6 foot tall. Huge patch of it. Gosh, this would be beautiful in the summer. Lots more in here with the gall flies on them. So, oh, listen, can you hear? All the Canada geese coming. Sounds like they'll maybe fly over. Sounds like there's a huge flock of them. Maybe they'll fly over as I'm walking. Hopefully my timer doesn't go off before then. I'm gonna have to head back. Maybe they've settled in the field over. There goes my timer. I knew that would happen. They often go in very large flocks that fly over, and just waves and waves of V's of birds. That would have been cool to show you if that had happened, but I guess they sat down to roost over there. Anyway, that was my timer. Time to get back, pick up my kid from his lesson, head home, get some dinner on. Kind of nice to do a little walk along here though. Normally I would just sit and wait in the lesson and, I don't know, scroll on my phone or the sort of thing that people usually do while they're waiting, catch up on messages. But it was nice this evening, even if it's a little on the cool side. So I thought I'd come through here. We had rain all day. I wasn't able to get out for a proper walk. So this is nice. Anyway, I'm gonna sign off there. Thanks for joining me for this little walk. It was just short. But I hope you come along on the next one. In the meantime, get out. Hope you see some cool stuff. You can leave me a note in the comments if you see anything really interesting. And we'll see you in the next video. Bye.